All right, Gus, the next race on the track, the men's 1,500-meter final. And Noureddin Mursali of Algeria, the world record holder. Abdi Bile of George Mason, still the collegiate record holder. And from Uganda, Julius Achon from George Mason in this final. Very important how he does in this race for George Mason's title hopes.
And let's be fair, hasn't felt well all week. Ran sort of anemically in that 800 meters towards the back of the pack most of the way.
Taking a look at the field, Julius Achon has his teammate in this race, Ibrahim Adin, also of George Mason.
Adin, Achon, and Marko Koers all coming back from the 800 meters. A tough doubling duty for them.
Achon just got in the back of the pack with a very slow start. Jonah Kiptarus up in front temporarily. Balázs Tölgyesi of Nebraska and Hungary into the lead. And Marko Koers, the tall athlete, in fourth place from Illinois and from Holland.
7 countries represented in this field. And kind of a big difference between Tölgyesi, the Hungarian leader, and in second place, Kiptarus from Kenya in terms of size.
Koers now in third, John Weil in fourth, and Achon holding up the rear of the race the way he did in the 800 meters.
And you'd think that these guys, having seen what happened to Kathy Butler in the women's 1,500 meters, trying to double back and not being successful in that double, would want to keep the pace moving to try to discourage those athletes who are doubling, and I think that's why Tölgyesi took it through in 58 seconds. That's a good pace, not a super fast pace, but it's definitely stretching the field out a little.
Tölgyesi of Nebraska in front, finished 9th in this race last year. His teammate Kiptarus, the 1996 Big 8 champion. Koers has a lot of international experience, having run for Denmark in World Championships, and Julius Achon still, from George Mason, still pulling up the rear in this race. His teammate Ibrahim Adin currently in 5th.
Of course, from Holland, a place where you competed many times, Dwight. And Koers looked so impressive in winning this 1,500-meter championship back in 1993. He's a tall runner. There you see him in 3rd place. Rangy, and when they let the pace go slow, he's so effective. 158 for the tall, striding Koers, and he's in a great position right now, just nice and relaxed in 2nd place. There you see H, number 92, trying to fight his way back up towards the front. The indoor mile champion for George Mason. George Mason desperately needs points from their 2 runners in this field. Ibrahim Adin, who is 7th in the 800 meters, and Julius Achon making a big move now, who is 3rd in the 800 meters, and he's back in the hunt, Dwight.
Craig, isn't he expending just way too much energy as he weaves his way through this field? Now currently in 4th, Tölgyesi, Kiptarus, Koers, and now Achon in 4th as they come up for the battle lap.
Well, the tough thing for Achon is he's worked his way up towards the front just at the point where the sprinting is started. He's never had a chance to relax and just feel comfortable with the pace. He's got to regather, relax, and try to stay with these guys as they start their sprint.
300 meters to go. Kiptarus leading over Koers, Tölgyesi, and Achon. Ibrahim Adin of George Mason in 5th, and the sprinting is starting. Kiptarus still holding on to the lead. Koers in a perfect position with just a little over 200 meters to go.
Boy, Koers looks like he's jogging right here. Big Ten champion in the 8 and 1,500 meters. Just lost that very exciting 800 meters, but here comes Achon, Dwight. Achon, the indoor mile champion, won it with a big sprint, and he's gearing up now.
Koers taking the lead as they come into the straightaway. It's Marko Koers of Illinois in 1st. Kiptarus in 2nd, but fading. Julius Achon is not going to catch Koers and may have trouble catching Kiptarus. It's going to be Koers, Kiptarus, Achon, and Tölgyesi, and Marko Koers winning the 1,500 after winning it as a freshman back in 1993. And a well-run race for Koers, strategically brilliant race.
Running in the low 145s in the 800 meters, coming back 3:37.57. A personal best for him in the 1,500 meters, and I expect we'll see him running for Holland in both of these events. Makes trains very intelligently. These meets are important to Koers, but he saves things for the major international championship. And here's where Achon on the right of the screen in the green looked like he was going to make his big move, but right at the same time is when Koers made his move. Achon, of course, back and forth, had to go all the way around Tölgyesi. That was extra running for him. And you just can't spot a world-class runner like Marko Koers, 5 meters, in a run for the tape. You see Koers straining just a little bit, but at 6'3 and a half, he just unleashes an amazing stride. Let's give some credit to Julius Achon, who came to this meet ill, doubled, ran good performances in both, and I think he'll be a factor at the Olympics as well, as a very happy Marko Koers wins his second 1,500-meter title in the NCAA.
Marko Koers of Illinois continuing to celebrate his victory in front of this appreciative Hayward Field crowd. He wins in a very fine time. Julius Achon of George Mason gets third in this race to go along with his third in the 800. Only 6 points for George Mason in this 1,500. We'll be back with more of the NCAA championship right after this.